to my nightmare.
Be Friday the 13th.
What's going on, my movie friends? This is Tommy Knocker, the movie guy, coming at you. Today, guys, we're going to look at toys, kind of. Would you buy these fake AI figures that I generated on an AI generator? Yeah, AI's the devil, AI slop. I get it. Just having some fun, guys. And I have a little group page called TKC. You know, people go over there, they create some figures here and there, because we want figures that are never going to get made and what they look like. I just want to be, we're curious what these figures would look like. We're never going to get most of these. Let's face it. So just having some fun. Sit back and enjoy. The Wraith. One of my favorite underrated cult classic movies of the 80s with Charlie Sheen. I don't get the card just right. Yep, you got Charlie Sheen's character in there. I don't know if the helmet opens up and you actually see Charlie Sheen's face. Who knows? Maybe he's full of tiger blood. Maybe the trunk there's a whole bunch of cocaine. Who knows? Jason with Alice Cooper, my favorite Friday the 13th movie. Jason Lives. He's rocking with Alice Cooper. You got the record man behind the mask. You also have Teenage Frankenstein in the movie. Alice Cooper with Jason. I thought that was a little different, especially with Jason without the mask. Tom McLaughlin directed that, and he also directed this movie, a TV movie from 1991. Sometimes They Come Back. Love this TV movie. Robert Russler's character, Richard, he was in Elm Street 2. Great movie. Why they did 2 sequels, I have no idea. But whatever. That's Stephen King did this movie, TV movie. Underrated. Check it out. It's on YouTube. Well, of course, you got to have... When are we going to get a Tommy Jarvis figure, guys? When is NECA going to wake up? Is Tom Matthews not giving the rights to his... What is it? I mean, these toy companies are good and all, but they keep making like a lot of the same characters over and over again. How many aliens are going to get? How many predators are we going to get? You know what I mean? Okay. Watership Down, guys. Are you familiar with Watership Down, the animated movie in the 70s, I believe? This changed my life. My mom and dad were like, hey, watch this movie. We got some stuff to do. Plop me in front of the TV. Put this movie in. And I shit myself. Rabbits killing themselves. It's a great movie. The final chapter. You're going to see a lot of Friday the 13th on these because it's my favorite. But you got to have the Timmy Jimmy 2-pack. Comes with condoms. Comes with a teddy bear. Comes with the corkscrews, of course. Even comes with a projector that that Teddy finds. And you know what? He didn't bring that. I always thought that he brought that himself. Guys, that was already in the house. A projector with old porn, black and white porn, silent porn, was already in the house before. Yeah. Yes, the punks from Return of the Living Dead. You got Suicide, you got Trash, you got Scuzz, you got the whole gang, Spider, Chuck, Sneezy, Sleepy, Doc. You got them all. Even the zombie girl who was saying that being dead hurts, and that's why they eat brains, because it helps the pain. Okay, so now you gotta have Tommy Jarvis. You gotta have all 3, right? The evolution of Tommy Jarvis. It's time, guys. It's time. Corey Feldman, come on, you're a weirdo. Give the rights to give the rights. I don't know what that's the problem. Well, with Friday the 13th figures, we all know what the issue is, but I think it's time that we get a Tommy Jarvis, at least a 3-pack. You even get the mask that he made. You get the shovel. Maybe next time we'll throw in that puppet thing he made that he was showing Rob. Who knows? The best jump scare in horror movie history came out of nowhere, guys. This is, wow. Exorcist 3 I think it's way better than the first one. I'm sorry. You got George C. Scott's grumpy face in there. You even got Brad Dourif's head in there. Father, what's his name? Karras from the original. If you've never seen Exorcist 3, do yourself a favor. I think it's better than the first one. Just because I think the first one's kind of boring and drawn out, but Exorcist 3 is amazing. And speaking of movies that I thought was better than the original, Prom Night 2, Mary Lou, she's kind of like Carrie, but this one has evil powers, really evil powers. I'm not sure what she is, guys. What is Mary Lou in this movie? But a demon? So yeah, she's a bitch to everybody, but she comes back as a spirit. She gets burned at the prom. You get the mirror, call Mary Lou for a good time. You get the weird unicorn. Okay, this is gold. This is pure gold. Elvira, Anne Ramsey, from Deadly Friend. You know this scene, the basketball scene. Couldn't get the head quite right. Can't have a head smashed like that. Maybe you have BB the robot. You have the girl in it. Guys, Deadly Friend, Wes Craven, Tucker and Dale versus Evil. Great horror comedy. You got the dog. You got their jar of pickles. You got the wood chipper, the guy that fell in the wood chipper. Guys, Tucker and Dale versus Evil. I heard somewhere they might. I don't know if they're going to do a sequel or a reboot. No, not a remake. Just don't touch it. Don't touch it. The Burbs. This is something that they did touch. I did not watch the new Burbs, guys. The series, the remake, whatever you call it. Did you watch it? How was it? I don't think it should be touched. And you cannot replace the Klopek family. It even comes with the frame. Look at the frame. Yep. And did you know the old guy, Ruben, is the voice of Gollum in the original cartoon? Yeah. Weird, useless fact. John Goodman's character. John Goodman's character in Arachnophobia. Yes. He comes with the spider, of course. He comes with the guy that gets bit in his head. It looks like a skeleton there. Yes. Okay, let's admit it. When I rented Jaws in like Friday the 13th game for Nintendo and I came home, my heart was broken, guys. But however, the figure of this, I thought it looked kind of cool. You know, the NES style. You got the scuba diver guy. You got the jellyfish. You got the manta ray. You got the little boat and the cannonballs. Have you ever played Jaws for Nintendo? Go ahead and do it. JJ. One of my favorite Friday the 13th girls. Wayne, you're an asshole. Love that sign in the background from Jason Takes Manhattan. Probably one of my favorite scenes, because I don't like that movie. But probably one of my favorite scenes is when he comes out of the water and he sees that sign. But you have JJ with her bloody guitar, the I Love New York poster that was supposed to be the original poster for the movie. But New York didn't like that. Hasbro style, you get more of the Hasbro style from WWE. Jesus. This is funny because this is Tori Spelling's character from Scary Movie 2. And if you remember this scene, she gets it on with the ghost, Richard Mole, and he uncovers the sheets and he sees her ugly ass feet. I'm a feet guy. I'll admit it, I'm a feet guy. And that scene was absolutely hilarious. They need to make a figure with her with the ugly feet accessories. Alice. Poor Alice. Friday the 13th Part 2 in the beginning, she meets her demise. That's her skeleton that's in Jason's shack later in the movie. You get the refrigerator with Pamela's head in there. There's no milk and eggs in there. I forgot the milk and eggs. But you get the cat. You even get the tea kettle that Jason was so nice enough to take off the stove because he didn't want to draw attention. People are like, why did he do it? He didn't want to draw attention. He was taking the body. Okay. Joey from Jason Goes to Hell. You know, the two couple that owns the diner. I like this one. You get the Jason burgers that she made and her mouth is crushed in. Poor Shelby. Poor Shelby. Yep. He tried. He gets thrown on the grill. He gets his thrown on the grill. He gets his head all burned, his body. I hate Jason Goes to Hell, but the diner scene, that was pretty cool. The diner scene massacre. Then you got this. I made the old WWF LGN is my favorite action figure series of all time. So I thought it'd kind of be cool to make some horror figures, that style. And you have the Boogeyman versus Michael Myers, a WWE versus horror figures kind of crossover. Don't you think it's time we get a Horace Pinker figure from Shocker? Right? Okay. I saw this as a kid in the theater at 1990, so I was 13 years old. Wasn't expecting much because it was Wes Craven at the time, 1990. It was getting kind of silly. And this movie is very silly. Why not the chase? This is his staticky looking when he came out of the TV set. Yeah, Shocker. I'm surprised that they didn't do a sequel or a remake yet. I'll be okay with that one. Okay. Pinocchio's Revenge. This is a deep cut. From the direct-to-video movie in the 1980s, Pinocchio's Revenge. And now there's talk of a new Pinocchio movie. I believe the trailer's already out. Robert Englund is the Jiminy the Cricket. I'll watch that. All right, I actually showed Adam Marcus this. Adam Marcus, the director of this. He really liked it, got a good laugh. I incorporated him into the box with a Necronomicon. You get a little Jason there. You get a Steven and Jessica. And the poor cop that gets melted. And actually, I think his worst scene was when he got shaved by Jason. I think that was the worst scene. More of the LGN style. Of course, you gotta have Jason. I have all the Jasons that I made, but part 6 Jason, I thought I'd show you. That's my favorite Jason. Yeah, part 7. Okay, part 7 looking Jason is probably the coolest Jason at all, but I think part 6 is right. And there you have the glow in the dark, a little chase, a little toy figure collectors love glow in the dark stuff. And no, the spear didn't glow in the dark, but it was whatever. It's just having some fun. And speaking of fun, remember when Freddy was a nurse in Nightmare on Elm Street 4 Dream Master? When Kirsten passed out and she ended up at the nurse's office at school? And then you get that little dream, little nightmare of Freddy as a nurse. I don't know, man. Robert Englund in a nurse's outfit, he looked pretty hot. And I thought I'd throw a little Wes Craven back there. You see him, Wes Craven? Yeah. Okay, go ahead. Who is this? And where's he from? Go ahead, take a guess. Yeah, another deep cut. Probably one from the best movies of all time, guys. Leprechaun 4, In Space, Dr. Mittenhand. Enough said. What about from Bride of Chucky? What about John Ritter's character? You know, that jerk uncle was overly protective of his niece. And then Chucky kills him and he gets that pinhead kill. And then Chucky says, God, he looks familiar. I thought that'd be kind of a cool looking figure. And something new, one of the newer movies from Sinners, Cornbread. I think NECA and other toy companies are going to jump on Sinners. They have to. They have to. I'm surprised there's no Funko Pops yet of Sinners, but that's got to be the new hot merchandise, would be Sinners, considering just one Best Picture. This one I'm proud of. I don't care. This one's a little different. Almost kind of remind me of the Batman, the comic book, and there was supposed to be a video game of Batman, Jack the Ripper. But what about Michael the Ripper back in London with Constable Loomis on his tail? That'd be a cool comic book series, you know, Michael and Constable Loomis in London. And the last one I just threw in there. Know what I mean? Ernest goes to Camp Crystal Lake. I think the plot would be Vern is missing. Ernest is there to look for Vern, and he comes and meets Jason Voorhees, and the rest is history. Yep, those are just some figures, guys. Just having some fun. What'd you think? Would you buy any of these figures? Also, my next 2 videos, guys, will be the stuff. Yep, I'm going to review and give it a report card. Will it pass? Have you ever seen this stuff? And also, I'm going back to my series of 10 things I've always wondered. And my first movie, coming back from doing videos, will be the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So stay tuned for those. Please like and subscribe. Stab the notification bell. See you again soon. Later.